Out of the corner of my eye, I saw father hugging mother. Frank stood alone, looking forlorn and miserable. I pulled myself from tiny arms, kissed mother, and climbed on board. Another goodbye. I had to say so many over the years. After days of frightening storms and rough seas, I awoke to the sun pouring in through the porthole of my cabin upon the USS Marine Perch, the last day at sea. I proudly got dressed up in my bedsheet suit and made my way up to the crowded deck. Frank and father were already there. Did you notice the seagulls? That means we're close to land. I looked around at my fellow passengers, Jews, Americans, GIs, and people from all over Europe. I listened to the many languages bubbling up in joyful chatter all around me. I knew we all had one thing in common, though. We were survivors of a terribly cruel war. In the distance, the Statue of Liberty emerged from the pink mist of morning, bathed in the golden glow of the sun. She appeared to float towards us as we approached. A soldier standing next to me tenderly removed his hat. I never thought I'd see her again. Neither did I. As we slowly passed her, I read the poem inscribed at Liberty's base written by Emma Lazarus in 1883. Give me your tired, your poor, your huddled masses yearning to breathe free. The wretched refuse of your teeming shore, send these, the homeless, tempest-tossed to me. I lift my lamp beside the golden door. The enormous statue and the freedom she symbolized brought us all to tears. I'm home. After many delays checking passports and going through customs, we were finally released from the dock. My Aunt Lena awaited us outside, looking just as I remembered her from my childhood. Tante Lena! Oh, darlings! Oh, I didn't think we'd ever see you again, and here you are, alive and well. For the first time in 7 years, I stepped out onto the streets of New York. All around me were towering skyscrapers, endless streams of honking cars, and well-fed, well-dressed people walking with purpose. What a contrast to the ruined city I just left. I gaped at a stylish passerby and then caught a glimpse of my suit. Oh my God. Everyone's going to know that I'm wearing a bedsheet. I had been so proud of the suit in Berlin, but in America it looked shabby and out of place. The lace-up shoes from the Red Cross were not the adorable shoes I thought they were. Oh, Eleanor, those old lady shoes just have to go. They are not for girls like you. How could I explain to Aunt Lena that these were the first real shoes I'd had in years? Father didn't say much. Frank mainly seemed to be looking at the pretty girls and fancy cars. I began to feel a strange distance from them. When we arrived at Aunt Lena's house, she pointed to a fruit bowl on her dining room table. Now, you may take some any time you like. You don't even have to ask me. Please, help yourself. Thinking about food had become my favorite pastime over the years, so I happily indulged in an orange or a banana. But I found I could only do so when no one was looking, and I quickly rearranged the fruit to cover up what was missing. I just couldn't accept that food was available to me any time I wanted. In mid-September, the first day of school in America arrived. I was riddled with anxiety. Are they going to look at me like I'm an enemy alien? Will my English be good enough? I haven't spoken the language in 7 years. Frank and I were enrolled in different schools, so I didn't even have the reassurance of his company. Upon my arrival, I was humiliated to find that my face was on the cover of the school newspaper distributed all around campus.
Speaking and writing the German language is no task for Eleanor Ramrath, a junior, who recently returned to the States after 7 years forced residence in Hitler's Germany. Nor does she have any difficulty with English. All she needs to keep from being stamped a youthful cosmopolite by her contemporaries is a little teenage jive talk. Eleanor, whose supple Nordic features give promise of much beauty by the time she reaches womanhood, is 10 pounds heavier since her return from Germany, where her diet consisted of bread and vegetables.